Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Top of the morning to you, man. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. The excited hand wave is fun. You just be like, it's so childlike. It is a definition of being a kid. When you just be like, it's what kids do, man. I like it. I'm excited about it. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. So excited to be in the building with you all on today. Man, it's another great day. It's a beautiful day in this beauty, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Y'all know I'm everything. I'm the HR department. I am the what is it when you do IT department? So I'm in here doing like 3 different things at the same time. But welcome to See You in the Morning, man. My horrible idea to get up every morning and give y'all way too much of my personal business. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. So excited to see you all in the building, man. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you find it out robbery to come back again, man, I appreciate you because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with your boy. And that means so much to me, man. I feel it in my inward parts. In all my inward parts, I feel it. I feel it on my inward parts. Today is Talk About It Tuesday, man. It's the day where we don't have any kind of agenda. I don't have anything listed or decided. I just kind of flow with it. Which is pretty much how every day goes, but it's even more pronounced on Tuesdays. So we gonna get it. Let's get it started. Let's get it started here. We're going to go ahead and get started with the show. First thing I do, of course, is I speak to everybody that speaks to me, man. It's so amazing that y'all would decide to say hello to me, even the people over on the gram. So let me go try to check out what's happening on Instagram, man. Even big shout outs to the people who are following me over on Instagram. You can catch the show every morning on three different platforms, on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and on YouTube, and go back and watch the replay and do all those kinds of amazing things. I appreciate all the people that do all that stuff. For some of y'all take the time to type in the words and you'll be like, hey, good morning. And I appreciate that. Now, the first 4 people get a little something back from me. They not only get a good morning, they get what's called a mythical morning medal. That's just my way to say that you are a winner, a champion in your own way. So let me get those out. First 4 people that get it: Davita, the workout champion Chapman, with the aluminum 4th. There you go. The bronze this morning goes to Ida Seaborn. My man, 50 grand, maybe even more than that, 60 grand. Why was 50 grand the cutoff point? And the way that inflation is, 50 grand ain't what it used to be. It used to be if somebody was your man, 50 grand, that was a whole lot of money. Now 50 grand ain't what it used to be. So my man, 100 grand, Larry Hales is in the building. He got the silver this morning. TT, Tiny and Tasty, Christopher Nell on a 2-day gold streak. So gold goes to Crystal, Larry with the silver, Ida, bronze, Davita with aluminum. And there we go. Also in the building, Melissa M. Kuther, like Luther, good morning. Crystal Ball, just love that name. You just gotta, ain't no better than Crystal Ball. And you married into that last name, so you got to choose fun. I think Crystal Ball, I used to know somebody named Pearly White. I thought that was a great name. Anytime you got a name that's also a popular phrase, I think that's pretty awesome. Good morning, Larry Lancaster out there. Good morning, sir. My man Snoop Boykins, good morning. My black soccer mom, Tanisha, good morning. How are you this morning? BSM, black soccer mom. Court Bort, good morning. My man Johnny Brooks, PP, Patricia Pippin, Lisa Bazemore, Bishop, good morning. All those names. Got all those names. And so here's my thing, Lisa. Here's my thing, and I'm gonna put it out there real quick. I don't know if you still are. I know at one point in your life you were single. You gotta just go by one name. You gotta go by Lisa Bishop. You gotta go by Lisa Bazemore. If you go by Lisa Bazemore Bishop, that's telling the brothers that you married. When brothers see Bazemore Bishop, they be like, oh, well, she got that she just missing her hyphen. So they think that's a married woman. So they ain't trying to holler. Your line would be longer than summer school if you just go with one name. Lisa Bishop, Lisa Bazemore. I'm telling you, the inboxes would jump super crazy. What up, E Denise Peoples? How are you? You gotta go one name. And I know most of the fellas that are in here are married or already, except Larry. Larry's just out there living life, slanging and banging. But everybody else, is in committed relationships. You got to drop it. Larry, when you see Lisa Bazemore Bishop, what do you think? You think, oh, man, she got a man. Then you got to be like, what's your man got to do with me? Hey, now, Attorney Alicia E. Smith, your honor is what I like to call her. My man, Bernard T. Hines, good morning. Joyce Brown, got you. What up, Tanisha, my cousin, new baby. Got the new baby in the house. Grandmamas is something, man. She's a new grandma. She's out there. And not only is she a new grandmama, she did it twice. She told all her kids, and that's what I like. I like it when you tell your kids to do stuff together. That's one of the things we always try to think. There you go. Snoop said definitely would think she was married. One of the things you want your kids to do, we always preach to our kids, y'all need to do stuff together. Stop being selfish. Y'all are family. Y'all are brothers and sisters. Y'all need to do stuff together. And that's what her kids did. Brother and sister, both of them had babies at the same time. Pretty much the same day. So that means they were stroking at the same time. That is brother and sister. That is alignment. I didn't mean to make this symbol. That makes it worse. But that's what you want. That's alignment. When you get brothers and sisters to be together, and they be like, "What's your sister doing right now?" Same thing I'm doing. Good times. Now in West Virginia, a lot of times when that's both of them doing it together. We don't want that. Sometimes the brother and the sister are, at the same time, they crossing streams. We don't want that. I don't know when West Virginia is gonna get rid of that label. Everybody think everybody in West Virginia is all married to family. And I'm gonna tell you what, there's at least 3 people that ain't. There's at least 3 people that ain't. But shout out to Tanisha, man. Both her kids doing it at the same time. So she became a dual grandma. And that makes it difficult. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It makes it difficult for you to spoil the child the right way. I think the key is, as a grandparent, is you got to find one that you can spoil. You got to go and spoil at least one of the children. And if they had 2 at the same time, how do you spoil one? Or do you just make sure you're in a financial situation that you can go ahead and spoil both of them? Can you be too poor to be a grandparent? Is there such a thing? Can you tell your kids, y'all hold on, I'm not making enough money to be a grandparent right now? You be like, hey, listen, I'm not in a financial position for you to be out there having kids. I think kids got to think about that, because the grandparents are gonna play a vital role. Grandparents play a vital role. Who else is gonna take them kids and spoil them when the parents don't? That is just, through marriage, I became a grandparent through marriage. I didn't think it through. I didn't think when I said I do become a granddaddy. I became a grandpa. I don't know what they call me, Papa. They call me Papa. So I became a Papa all of a sudden. Not even a big Papa. They didn't even put a size on my Papa. They just made me a regular Papa. So I became a Papa right there. Boom. I said I do, and it was her kids and grandkids, all of it. Now I gotta now spoil the grandkids. That's my duty. That's my duty as a grandparent. You choose one or two teams. You do it immediately. You either gonna be a mean grandparent or you're gonna be a spoiling grandparent. You don't. There is no in between. Chris said it's a wonderful thing. Yeah, but you got to choose what team you're gonna be on. Are you gonna be team spoiled or team mean? Team spoiled or team mean? Are they not gonna be able to sit on nothing at your house? Are they not gonna be able to touch anything? Are you gonna have tiles that nobody can use? These are things that you got to decide off the rip, because you can't go back once you make your decision. Any grandparents in the room, Crystal, I'm gonna ask you, because you talking about this being a wonderful thing. Which team did you choose? Did you choose team spoiled or team mean? Grandparents ain't always spoiling kids. You got a lot of grandparents that draw a line in the sand, Melissa. You decide that you're gonna be the parent that those grandbabies need. Sometimes you got to choose team mean. Michelle said, I'm the mean fun grandma. So they can have fun just with rules. I don't think granddaddies get a choice. Granddaddies just got to be, TT said, team spoiled for my two grandbabies. I think granddaddies don't get a choice. Granddaddies, there's an onus on granddaddies. You got to be a little bit of a disciplinarian. Granddaddies can't just be out here. You can give the kids money and stuff of that nature, but you got to be mean when you do it. You got to be like, get over here. Y'all come over here. Y'all stop making all that noise. You got to do it. You got to give them. That's what a granddaddy's job is. A granddaddy's job is to give them stuff that makes noise and then tell them to stop making noise with it. Yeah. Granddaddies go out. You go out, buy them some drums, and then tell them stop banging on them drums. That's a granddaddy's job. They come in and run, hey, y'all stop running in this house. You're supposed to start every sentence. Every granddaddy has to start sentences at least one time with their grandkids with A. You got to start with A. And I get that you probably spoil them, Snoop, but you still got to start with A. Y'all calm down now. Y'all hungry? Then you go out there and make them all the food that they ain't supposed to eat. Then you come back in. Hey. Now y'all quiet up now and come in here and eat. Michelle said, my oldest grandchild is 19 and knows I will give her anything and will fight a kid. And I think it's necessary. I think yeah, there you go. Snoop says a whole lot of hey-heys. Yeah, you got to start with a hey. If you don't put granddaddy bass in your voice when you talk to them, hey now, they got to know it. You got to give it to them. My wife just began to be seen in the morning. She can't just go in her office and sit down. She got to keep walking past me all the time. That's what she be trying to do. Walking past here, and that's what you got to watch out for. That's what you don't understand. Y'all don't understand the distractions. I need to go to a closed set somewhere. I need to go find me a studio and be in the studio. Because my wife, she be trying to do stuff all the time. She walk by with tights on, with an intentional switch. That's crazy. The Lord said, I'm a mean and fun Gigi. I tell my grandkids I'm going to get them a knuckle sandwich, and they be waiting for it. You can't even put nothing, there ain't even nothing that come on knuckle sandwiches. Knuckle sandwiches don't even have nothing in them. You be like, I'm going to give you a knuckle sandwich. And they just laugh at a knuckle sandwich. Because knuckle sandwich is played out. Knuckle sandwich is played out. That's old school. They don't even know what a knuckle sandwich is no more. That's so old school. The kids don't even recognize knuckle sandwiches no more. I'll give you a knuckle sandwich. You just sound old. Once you put knuckle sandwiches on the menu, you immediately become old. You immediately become old. I'm not saying it's not a good distraction. I'm just saying she can't be doing that. And it's okay. It's okay. I told her once. I'm gonna tell her 10 times. Talk about Tuesday. I can talk about anything. She gonna keep on trying to distract me. I'm gonna start coming to her dance classes in a leotard. I'm gonna pop right up in there with a one piece on, with my sack sacking. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna walk right in there, sacked up. Swing a ling a ling, school a belly ring. That's what I'm gonna do. And then that'll show her. Then she'll start walking through here with a little tights on, trying to get my attention all the time. That'll prove it. That one time, one piece. I'm gonna come in here dressed like an actor from Fame, and then that'll show her. That'll put a stop to it. I'm proud of my wife. She's picked up a new habit. I don't know if any fellas out there have wives with habits. My wife has picked up a new habit, not like cocaine or drinking or anything else. She'll come into my place, Larry. It don't matter. I got the Stoffers upstairs. She'll come in there. I have no space. You give up space when you get married. My wife got a new habit. Like I said, not cocaine, not no drugs, nothing like that. My wife has become addicted to bacon. So first was dance. Dance is of course her first and strongest habit. But now it's bacon. Now, not like my bacon, not like slices of bacon. It's baking. She's now into baking. And her specialty seems to be pound cakes. So I'm coming to y'all to ask y'all a question. She's making pound cakes. She's made she's made flavors of pound cake I didn't know was even possible. She made an apple pound cake. The other day, she just made a sweet potato pound cake. She's made a pound cake out of Biscoff. She made a Biscoff pound cake. She's making pound cakes out of everything. Pound cakes. Pound cakes. So when I'm around here and I'm 400 pounds, y'all know it's because she keeps moving these pound cakes. Y'all just know that's why I'm chunky. You wish her new habit was not interrupting the show. Larry's hilarious. So that's what she doing. She's doing pound cakes. So now I got a question. I got to come to the people because she just came to me and she asked me. So I'm gonna ask y'all. JD Martin Luther King says, I see nothing wrong with this habit and will continue to support. It's crazy because she made the pound cakes and then she got 400 people that want the pound cakes, and you can't get 400 slices of pound cake out of one cake. But she can't get 400 slices out of one pound cake, but she tries her very best. She be giving everybody pound cakes. She be pounding everybody. My wife's a pounder. She be pounding. So now every time she makes a pound cake, she offers one. I got an uncle, my mama's brother, my uncle AJ. She always offers my uncle AJ pound cake. She always offers Uncle AJ some pound cake. So she was like, whenever she does it, she be like, make sure you go give Uncle AJ some pound cake. And I'd be like, okay, I guess. So I gave my Uncle AJ some pound cake the other day. My Uncle AJ doesn't live far from me. I jumped on my bicycle, rolled it over to my Uncle AJ. And they be like, hey, boom, pound cake. Called him back up. I was like, hey, man, what did you think of the pound cake? My wife is waiting to hear. He said, matter of fact, I'm not even going to tell you what I feel about the pancake. The pound cake was just that good. Give me your wife's number so I could tell her myself what I feel about her pound cake. And I said, okay. So I gave him her number. And my uncle made a request for a chocolate cake. He said, she's just in the mood to bake. My uncle's favorite cake is chocolate cake. He said, she's just in the mood to bake. She can make me a chocolate cake. So she came to me this morning. And she threw it all in my lap. She asked me the very difficult question. And that's what marriage is about, having the difficult conversations. She came to me this morning and she said, what do I make? Do I make a chocolate pound cake or just a regular chocolate cake? And I didn't know. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I didn't tell her I didn't know, but I didn't know. I had no idea. I didn't tell her I didn't know. But the question threw me off guard because, first of all, it was first thing in the morning. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. Who's thinking about pound cake at 7 o'clock in the morning? What in the Rasputia makes you think I'm thinking about cake at 7 in the morning? Or at least that kind of cake. So she comes in, she says, should I make a chocolate cake or a chocolate pound cake? I didn't know, so I couldn't even, I was a bad husband. I couldn't even give her the advice that she deserved. All I threw back at her was, well, whatever you like. Billy D. Williams said it should have been both. But here's the thing, then that would have made her have to make 2 cakes. And I don't think she wants to do 2 at a time. I think she's a 1 cake. She's monogamous with her cakes. She's only making 1 cake at a time. Monogamy, cake monogamy. So I'm asking you all, which cake should she go with? And everybody keeps saying both. I'm pretty sure she don't want to make both. Make a half and half pound cake, half regular cake. I don't even know if that's possible. I think they both cook differently. JD Martin Luther King said, either will suffice. The recipe will work for both. Okay. I don't think I've ever had a chocolate pound cake before. That we stepping into new territory when we start saying chocolate pound cake. Or ask her if she can do both. I know she back there stalking the show in some way. She should probably comment if she can do both. If I ask her, then she'll take that as an invitation for her. My uncle did say cake. He didn't say pound cake though. He didn't say make me a chocolate pound cake. He just said if she's into experimenting, she can make me a chocolate cake. She did do that. Okay, so now that we there, we've made it. We've made it into we've got into this territory. We're in this open area. What is your favorite kind of cake? What's your favorite cake? What's your favorite cake? And why do you also hate red velvet cake? What's your favorite cake? And why do you also hate red velvet cake? Red velvet cake, as I've said it before, I will die on this hill. Red velvet cake is the most overexposed, overrated cake in the history of all cakes. Y'all always talking about red velvet cake like it's delicious, it's the greatest thing ever, and it's not. Red velvet cake, overrated. The Black community has made red velvet cake. They have put it on a pedestal for no reason. Y'all have put it on a pedestal for no reason. Y'all have justified red velvet cake, and it's ridiculous. So I'm anti red velvet cake. But what's your favorite kind of cake? Crystal Ball said, I love red velvet cake. Then I don't trust your taste buds. Snoop, my favorite cake is also marble. My favorite cake is a marble cake with no icing. Marble cake, no icing. I'm going back to the, look, I'm in here now. I'm gloved up. Red velvet cake is just chocolate cake with food coloring. Larry Lancaster agrees. He agrees. Y'all have overrated. There are things that we have taken and we've just overrated them. Lemon or strawberry. Can't eat red velvet because you're allergic to chocolate. Larry Hale just told y'all white women he's looking for you. That's why he's still single. He's allergic to chocolate. They give you away from these blacks. Chocolate cake with chocolate icing, double chocolate. Billy D. Williams is fancy. Upside down pineapple cake. Not sure why they call it that. Red velvet cake I don't like because it's too expensive. They put food coloring in it and raise the price by 30%. Upside down cake, they call it that because the pineapples usually is supposed to be at the bottom. So that it's upside down. Usually you put the toppings on the top. But in the upside down cake, the topping is on the bottom. JD Martin Luther King, are you talking about Kool-Aids or cake? My top 3: red, lemon, and chocolate. Michelle McKinney doesn't have taste buds because she said coconut cake is my favorite. you don't have taste buds if you believe that that's your that favorite. Not a red velvet cake fan, but will partake only if the cream cheese icing is good. That's a very good question. He said, I'm not allergic to chocolate women. Okay, you just said you was allergic to chocolate. I was just trying to make sure, now the white women to be in, they be like, oh, okay, Larry. He'd be like, my milk of magnesia. Tamara Shoemake, who I'm not getting along with at the moment, so I'm not 100% sure why she's on the podcast. I'm not getting along with Tam. Tam and I are not friends today. We are not currently friends. I'm beefing with Tam. And so until we get this beef sorted out, I don't even know what's going on. And I know you're going to come on here and act like you don't know why we beefing because I haven't told you. But I tried to tell you yesterday and you wouldn't answer the phone, which just increases the beef. That causes a beef increase. It's like getting a BBL for your beef. If women can get a BBL, a Brazilian butt lift, men should be able to go to the Dominican Republic and get a DDL. Women are getting the Brazilian butt lift. The men can go get if y'all can get a BBL, the men should be able to get a DDL, Dominican D lift. You can get a PPL, a Panamanian penis lift. If women are able to go get a DDL to enhance, men should be able to go take that trip and go down and get whatever they need to go get. Here's the thing. Let's talk it out. We already talked about cake. We talked about caking. So a lot of women out there now, it is a thing that people do. Women go out there. I don't care about your meeting, Tam. You want no meeting. You want no meeting all night. You want no meeting all day and all night. I'm not trying to hear it. Let's talk it out. No, I don't know why I got the gloves on, but I do. Don't worry about why I have on gloves. Know that I got them on. Of course you agree, Marche. But here's my question. A lot of women going down there, they getting the BBL. They go BBLing all over the place, man. You see them, people riding backwards on the plane, riding back in the car, multiple hours because they can't sit down, donuts, blah, 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 blah. And the BBL can be pleasing to the eye in some cases. A lot of women go overboard with the BBL. I think that the BBL, if you go get BBL, the thighs should come included. So when your thighs don't match, you look funny. You look horrendous. Your thighs are what really sets the tone. I look like I'm about to in the fight of my life trying to figure out what's going on with this cake. They should throw that in. Whenever you go in, you should go in and should be like, hey, you getting the BBL? Be like, yes, I got to get the thighs. My thighs got to match. The doctor should look at your thighs and give you the proper package based on your thighs. You can get a slight enhancement. Ain't nothing wrong with a slight enhancement. You be like, hey, right now my B is at a 7. I need to go to an 8. A lot of them go from 7 to 14. And when you go 7-14, the rest of your body ain't prepared for that. Your shoulders ain't wide enough. Your thighs ain't thigh enough. You're not thick in the thighs. You're gonna be thick in the hips. You got to be thick in the thighs. You look like a capital P. Is exactly right. You're gonna be thick in the hip. You got to be thick in the thighs. Thick in the hips, thick in the thighs. It all goes together. Thick in the hips, thick in the thighs. Can't be shaped like a letter P. And here's my thing. A lot of women, and it's become acceptable. You can't even comment on it. You can't even make anybody, you can't body shame anybody for having one. You got to always go around and act like you didn't know what happened. You got to act like you didn't know that's what they did. Billy D. Weird say, shape what your mama gave you, not a doctor. And I get it. Now, what if your mama gave you the money to get the BBL? Is that still what your mama gave you? If that's what a gift is for Christmas, your mama say, hey, here's my dog, here's my ticket to Dr. Kevorkian. Go down there and get a BBL. So ladies, this is the question for you. Men are never able to comment on it. Women get the modifications done. Men are never able to comment on it. You got to love them regardless. They got their modifications. Ladies, I'm going to ask y'all this. Would you date a man who has had himself modified? Just seen a good friend of mine yesterday. He came down. He was losing weight. You can see he was losing weight. He was getting in good shape. I commented on it. I complimented him. I said, "Hey man, you doing great, man. I haven't seen you in a while. I ain't seen you in a while, man. You looking good, man. You losing weight." And he came right out. He was like, "Hey man, it's the Wegovy." So what he say? He's like, "That is the Wegovy." I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that. I wouldn't. And that, that's the thing about weight loss medications. When people be on a weight loss medication, they'll come and tell you off the top. All you doing like, "Hey man, you looking good, man. It's the Ozempic. Hey man, you looking great. Hey man, it's the Wegovy." You don't ever have cancer patients be like, "Hey man, you look good. Hey man, it's the chemo." Guys gonna come through and be like, "Hey man, you ain't never said hi to nobody." Be like, "Hey man, you looking good, man. It's the lisinopril." It's the lisinopril. Bernard, it wasn't you. We've all seen you, Bernard. We can tell that you ain't on no kind of weight loss, anything. You way too round for that, Bernard. But if a man gets a body modification, are y'all cool with a man that has had work done? You don't really see it too much in men. Women, a lot of times, their appearance, women, a lot of time, their esteem and their appearance go hand in hand. And that's just a thing with women. A lot of time with women, their esteem and their appearance go hand in hand. A woman looking good is super important to them. A lot of times men are okay with being ugly. Men are fine with ugliness. Because we can find other ways to become attractive. Men use power, money, sometimes intelligence, even humor. Men use power, intelligence, money, and humor. Matter of fact, money, power, humor, intelligence. Humor and intelligence can be flipped. Humor and intelligence can be flipped. Pop, plop. Those two can be flipped. But money and power, men can use those to be attractive. That's a quick move. That's a quick move. Easy decision. Pop out. I don't know. I got all kinds of stuff happening. People be knowing I'm on the show. But if a man modifies, let's just talk about, we can talk about, let's see. I had weight loss surgery and I'm not ashamed. Most people who had surgery or take medication for weight loss are mad their insurances didn't cover it. I don't know. That part I don't know about. I'm not down on anybody for it. I think it's accepted. I think it's universally accepted. I think everybody goes with it. But if a man went and let's say he modifies his member. Let's say he takes little Timmy to Big John. Let's say he puts a 6-pack on that he didn't work out to get. He has facial reconstruction. If you ever go to a man's house and when you met him, he was Buddy Love, but when you go around his house, all his pictures are Sherman Klump. Are you okay with that? Ladies, are you okay with a man who has had himself modified to be who he's become? If he was like, "Hey, listen here. I had to go from a ruler to a yardstick. I went and had them put on. I had to go from ruler to yardstick. I had to do it." Michelle says, "Why not? Depending on what it was." But you saying it depends on what it was. I've lost over 150 pounds. Hey man, that is something to be congratulated for. 150 pounds, and I'm working on my tummy tuck now. Sometimes a man has to do what he has to do. Modification must have been necessary. But what if it wasn't necessary? What if it was just a vanity thing? What if it was just like, "Hey man, listen, I just watched. I know I'm late to the party, but the other day on my flight, I watched the Michael Jackson movie. It took me a while. I know I'm probably the last person to see it, but I watched it. Was not overly impressed. I kind of fast forwarded a lot of parts. I think that was a 2-hour movie that could have easily been an hour 15 if they didn't do the whole song performances. Long as it's big job work. If he modified out of health concerns, I'm okay with that. If he modified something he was born with, see that's what I'm talking about. Do what your insurance and your bank account allows if it makes you happy. And see how the standards are different from men than they are women? A man will never say, man, I'm not, nah. Men ain't gonna never say it. Men are always gonna let women, and they're not even gonna get, there's not even a justification for the reason. If a woman has any type of modification done, any type of surgery, men just be like, okay, cool. You had a few. Ain't no man out there being like, but was it for health concerns or personal bias? Was it just a personal decision, or did your doctor tell you to do it? Man's gonna be like, hey, all right, cool. Ain't no BBL a medical decision. Ain't no doctor ever went to somebody and be like, Miss Jones, I hate to break this to you. Your test results are in and you've got maybe 8 months to live. The only way that you can survive is if we were to add extra cheek. You're at a detrimentally low amount of butt. And with the amount of butt that you have right now, you won't make it through the year. But if we were to add more pretty brown round, we think you can live a long and healthy life. And that ain't never happened. BBLs aren't medically necessary. They just aren't. Patricia said, as long as he can maintain it, if I go to bed with Buddy Love, I want to wake up with Buddy Love. That is hilarious. A man would never say, I have a Timmy. Now, ain't nobody walking out the door letting you know off the top. I love a man that looks like a retired linebacker. Why retire? Why they can't still be in the business? What does a retired linebacker look like? Boy, Ida Seaboard, listen here. Ida came through. Comment of the day. Changing your golf club won't help if you don't change your swing. That'll preach right there. Changing your golf club won't help if your swing doesn't change. That is interesting right there, boy. Ida Seaborn, comment of the day. Changing your golf club won't. Tummy tucks are medically necessary and are called paniculectomies. Paniculectomy. That word, I won't gonna let it throw me off. Paniculectomy. That's a sermon. That is a sermon. That is a sermon all in its own. Changing that golf club won't help if your swing don't change. Everybody clapping for Ida Seaborn. Nobody. Listen, that's a funny statement, though. That's a funny statement, man. You can change your club all you want to, but if you got that same swing, it don't matter. That is hilarious. I can't even tell you how hilarious that really is. Because that'll preach. Y'all need to get a t-shirt. I'm gonna make some t-shirts. If you don't change, not you too, Crystal. There's people agreeing that I never thought would agree. Not you, Crystal. Crystal, you're so clean cut and amazing. And now you gonna agree as well? I can't believe it. I am stunned. Color me stunned. Shocked. Amazed. Ida for president. That is hilarious. You can't change. That is hilarious. I don't even know how I can continue on after hearing that comment. That comment took us to places I had no idea we were gonna go. It's wasteful to have Big Tim and not know what to do with it. And I don't know. I don't know from either perspective. I've never gotten Big Tim. I've never given Big Tim. So listen. Maybe a medium Malik, a small Sean, or maybe never been able to give Big Tim. Maybe medium Malik, small Sean. I don't know. Never received any, so I don't know. There's only one that I've ever gotten to know. Listen. Here's what we got. Listen, y'all doing too much now. Now the imagery is going too far. Having a submarine and operating it like a tugboat is disappointing. First of all, let's talk about tugboats. What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna down the tugboat. Tugboat, you know what you can't do? You can't get in and out of the barge right at tugboat. The tugboat is more important than anybody else ever said. No matter how big that ship is, that ship can't get into the dock without that tugboat. You want to get there? Go down into downtown Portsmouth, downtown Norfolk now. You see those large ships going into the shipyard, and you know what they can't do? They can't get them in there without a tugboat. The tugboat is important. You can't dock that boat without a tugboat. You're gonna stop talking about those tugboats. Tugboats are important. Tugboats guide you in. Tugboats move carriers. Huh? Tugboats rule the world. You're not gonna have no movement without a tugboat, because every now and again you might come in like an aircraft carrier. They don't go and when that aircraft carrier come in, they don't say go get us a submarine to take that aircraft carrier where it needs to be. When you need to go somewhere, you need to get the way you need to get. You know what they get? Tugboats. Tugboats get you to where you need to get. Tugboats handle big things, huh? Tell them again, Billy D. Williams. How y'all think that carrier get to leave in the shipyard? Tugboat. See, you done came in here. See, you done started something now. Anybody ever called in? No submarine. When they need to get some work done, when they need to get a job done, don't nobody go call a submarine in. They call in a tugboat. You know, my shipyard people know the most important ship out there, tugboat. So you say what you want to say. You can say what you won't say or have a submarine for a tugboat. I'm not gonna say give me a tugboat because I don't, not me. I'm not in the shipping industry, but I'm just saying tugboat. The tugboat, a tugboat don't need to dive. What you need to sink for? What you sinking for? That means you're just going, no sir. Tugboat, stay straight, deliver. Huh? And when that submarine break down, who you got to call? When that submarine break down, who you got to call? We need to go get a tugboat, get this submarine out of here. I'm the captain of my tugboat. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Yeah, tugboats control all of that. Y'all came in here trying to diss tugboats. Hey, that ship done sailed. They talk about the Hampton Roads Bridge tunnel that has been entered daily over and over again. But the whole thing about that tunnel is, though, it ain't getting no wider. They had to go in there, upgrade it. They had to tighten it up a little bit, but it ain't getting no wider. You thought you was coming. You thought, as you women say, you thought you ate with that tugboat comment. No, you thought you had another idol. You won't idol. The golf club one was perfect. Oh, now you done went too far. You done stepped on some toes. You start talking about tugboats. Tugboats rule the world. We be tugging. Tugboat, yeah. You can't get nowhere. When I was out there, the cruise ships, no matter how many cruise ships you had come in, for the properly fitted in the hole, you need a tugboat. Let me guide that thing in. Tugboat. Wet. Yeah. Yeah, thing. You didn't think the tugboat community rolled as thick as it does. When I say thick, I mean, yeah, you hit a nerve. Yeah, you hit a nerve. The tugboat community, we in here strong. The tugboat community, we in here. Tugboats make it move. Tugboats make them move. You want a submarine, but a tugboat will get you there. You keep asking for a submarine when a tugboat is what gets you there. And that's all I got to say about that. I'm a end the show early today on that. Ooh. Tugboats. Tugboats. The tugboat. That's what I'm gonna start having tugboat Tuesdays. Tugboat Tuesdays. So I always thought it was not the size of the wave, is the motion in the ocean, but it's not the size of the tugboat. J.D. Martin Luther King. And yeah, you heard it. Tugboats. And what the tugboats say? We out here. We out here. I'm going to leave the show a little bit early today in an attempt to get to practice on time. I be having football practice from 9 to 11. I be getting there like 9:45. Yesterday, I was supposed to be in practice, and I'm sitting here saying I had an interview at 9:30. The interview is actually tomorrow, but I sat here yesterday ready. I'm sitting here in my Sunday best. I am very happy to be here. I'm going to start doing interviews. Whenever somebody want to interview me, I'm going to just go on the interview and just look awkward. I am very happy to be here. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to try to get to practice on time today. My kids yesterday, listen. Sometimes racism can be fun, but you gotta open your mind to it. You gotta know exactly what you're working on. Now I coach football. I coach the foosball, and to be delicate with it, if there was a predominant color of my team, they would match my shirt. Of all the players on my team, it's mostly grits. There's a little speckle of pepper, but mostly grits. What's going on, Liz? Good morning. Liz Black, man, the #1 radio personality in New York, is on my show. I'm honored. The team that I coach, those kids, it's all grits. There's a little bit of pepper. I don't even think we have any cheese, nothing yellow. We might have one little slice of cheese, but it's just a little bit of pepper. I'm talking about this much pepper, not much, not even enough to make you sneeze. So I missed practice all last week because I was out on the vacay. And I told my head coach, and so my head coach goes back and he tells the kids that, hey, coach ain't gonna be here this week because he's at practice. Yeah, you got to say good morning to Liz. I ain't even lying to you. That's WBLS Kiss 97, Liz Black. Like Liz is an institution in radio in New York. Oh, they're great kids. Fantastic kids. I love working with them. Amazing kids. All clear. Now, it's been a very different experience than any experience I've ever had coaching before. I've always coached inner city kids. I've always coached a more pepper-based team. That's from Pop Warner, the high school, to even when I was coaching semi-pro, pepper-based. Everything was peppery. Darkness. But this team is a complete contrast to that. So I told my head coach that I'll be gone to the Bahamas, blah, 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 on vacation. I think that, you know, he had taken a vacation the week before. He had went down to the Outer Banks. Just showing you the level of importance. When he went on vacation, we canceled practice for that week. I went on vacation. They was like, we will survive. So I get back from practice yesterday. I went back. No, I don't coach. No, there ain't no gentle coaching. I don't believe in it. It's not. I don't believe in. I leave the gentle coaching to somebody else. I came back from practice yesterday. Kids were excited to see me. And then there was one statement made that could have been taken left. I just thought it was hilarious. Came back. One of the kids was all excited. Hey, coach, welcome back. One of the kids was like, hey, man, nice tan. They're like, did you enjoy working on your tan out there, coach? I was weak. Because I didn't know whether to be offended. First, it was funny. Because he said, your tan looks good. Hey, man, your tan looks good, coach. I was weak. I was like, this is not a tan. Born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. But when that kid said to me, nice tan, I was weak. Now, I could have been mad. I could have been mad about it. Could have made him run. Could have felt it was insensitive. I just thought it was funny. Because I know the kids don't mean anything at all. They just hilarious. But the fact that they came up with nice tan was hilarious. I thought it was funny. Now, sooner or later, the NAACP, I will show you. Sooner or later, the NAACP is going to come back and be like, hey, man, you can't tell black people they got tans. Well, for me, it was funny. It was hilarious. I was weak. And once one said it, then all of them, because none of them got no originality in them, all of them was like, nice tan, coach. Nice tan. And that's how it went. Word of the day. Today's word of the day is elan. Elan. It's E with a little funny thing over it. L-A-N. Elan, which means energy and enthusiasm. Elan. And that's how he told me nice tan yesterday. It's exactly how he told me you got a nice tan, coach. With Elan. He said it with Elan. Elan. He said it with energy and enthusiasm. Right. I had that tan that they usually got to spray or pay. Nah, I came in natural, cuz. Came in natural. That man said, nice tan, coach. And I was weak. So I'm going to get out there. Now, I had planned on ending the show early and got to talking about the tan, and now the show's going to be ending on time. Same bat time, same bat channel. This is how you know I'm really a coach. Y'all see it. Coach mode activated. Tugboat. Boo, boo. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes little things, big enthusiasms. When you blow it, big sound come out of it. All right, now I'm moving. My tugboat. Yeah. The tugboat's full of enthusiasm and energy. Hey, man, love you too, Larry. You're well tanned as well. You just came back from Jamaica. Well tanned. Hey, man, make this Tuesday a fantastic day, man. It's Taco Tuesday for a lot of people, man, but just make sure it's a great day for you. I don't know what you got going on, man, but make this day the best. We only get today. That's it. It used to be gone here today, gone tomorrow, man. We get today. Let's embrace today and make today the best today we can possibly make it. Until next time, I will see y'all again, man. Y'all know my motto, man. Make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody happens to be you. Even if somebody happens to be you. I'm out. Peace. I am very happy to be here.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you back play this Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off